Biology doesn't waste effort. It's a master of efficiency. So when your body produces over a liter of saliva every day, it's not excess, it's intentional design. This video explores saliva as the complex biological system it truly is. How it's produced, what it's made of, how it protects your teeth and starts digestion, and even why mental states like stress can change its behavior. By the end, you'll never think of saliva as just water again.
There's a system inside you, working every single second, and it's almost completely ignored. It's like an invisible intelligence, shaping how you eat, how you speak, and even how you feel. So for the next few minutes, we're going to pay attention to it.
1.5 liters. Think about that. What could your body possibly be producing that much of every single day?
Well, that's the amount of a single fluid your body makes, completely on its own.
And it all happens without you ever noticing. A silent, non-stop process you literally never have to think about.
So a couple of obvious questions, right? Where does it all come from? And what is it really doing?
Okay, to find the answer, we need to look at the hidden machinery behind it all, the silent engine.
Now notice this. It's not coming from just one place. It's actually a whole network of glands, and they're all working in silence.
You have these major salivary glands. The parotid glands, they're near your ears. They kick in with just the smell of food. Then you've got the submandibular glands under the jaw. They produce most of your saliva when you're just at rest. And right beneath the tongue, the sublingual glands create the lubricant you need for speech and swallowing.
But this isn't just a simple fluid. It's intelligent. It looks like water, but its actual composition is far more complex.
Just look at the composition. It's 99% water. But all the real work, all the power, it's packed into that tiny remaining 1%. That's where you find the active components: enzymes, antibacterials, mucus, electrolytes, the whole shebang. You know, most of us think digestion starts down in the stomach, but that's not right. Digestion truly begins right here, in that 1%.
Take amylase, for example. It's an enzyme in your saliva that starts breaking down carbohydrates the very moment you start chewing. So before you've even swallowed, digestion is already underway.
But what happens when this fluid is missing? What if it just wasn't there? Well, the consequence is immediate and pretty shocking. Your taste buds are basically blind without it.
Here's the process. When food enters your mouth, saliva has to dissolve the food molecules. It's only after they're dissolved that they can actually activate your taste receptors. It's a necessary step.
So the equation is really simple. No saliva equals no taste. It's that direct. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Saliva does more than just help with food. It's also a mirror, one that directly reflects what's going on inside your brain. See, your nervous system's control is pretty amazing here. When you're in a calm state, your parasympathetic system is active and it produces thin, watery saliva. But when you're in a stress state, your sympathetic system kicks in and that saliva becomes thick and sticky. And this is why fear makes your mouth feel dry. That thick, sticky saliva, that's the feeling. It's a direct physical response to a mental state. Your body is mirroring your brain.
So now we understand just how important it is. Let's look at what happens when the flow stops. What are the real-world consequences?
When this silent system fails, the effects, well, they are loud. They're impossible to ignore.
Think about the consequences of dry mouth. First, taste disappears. Then, cavities increase dramatically. Soon, speaking becomes difficult. Swallowing becomes painful, and bad breath begins. It's not just one thing, it's a cascade.
And that leaves us with this final thought. Some systems don't need your attention until they fail. They just work silently in the background, doing a job you never even knew was so important.